Smitty, we're going to watch some exceptional forward play tonight. Makes me think of some of the great front courts in the history of this terrific league.
Yeah, you had Bird, Parrish, Kevin McHale, Duncan, Robinson, Kareem, and Worthy. I also throw in Patrick Ewing and Charles Oakley. They were a tough matchup. When you have two guys that play the 4 or 5 and play well off each other, they can be a nightmare.
That time, that part of the league, they were terrific.
So true.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Brooklyn now, Pau Gasol is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then it's Stockton. Then it's Pippen. And it's Worthy in at the 3 spot. And that one's good. Durant.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
Stockton kicks it over to Worthy. And it's off the back rim. No good. So the Heat, their last game, a win against Brooklyn. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said they're not as worried about getting back on defense as they are about having extra bodies on the offensive glass. He feels that even though they may give up some transition baskets, they'll make up for it with lots of second chance points. We'll see if that all adds up for a win tonight, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. So an early focus on crushing the boards. Here is Durant, following the score by James Worthy. Thomas passes to Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Yeah, finding the weakness in the defense. That's the court savvy of Thomas at work.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Stockton kicks to Pippen. Outside Gasol. And it's Abdul-Jabbar. That time on the assist by Gasol.
Yeah, 3 for 4 now. I like the pace for them on offense.
Outside Durant. Down low, Malone. And Malone with the stuff.
Knows where everybody is. If there's an open man, Durant's going to find him.
Well, Heat fans, not the league's loudest, but they do show up.
They sell out the arena every night. They love their team, and it's a great place to play.
Again, the Nets for 2.
And that had to be a defensive mix-up. They know he can hit from that spot.
Yeah, a big miscommunication early. They allow his first points of the day.
Now here's Durant. Lobbed up there for Howard, and it's slammed in by Howard.
And Howard still has more than enough lift here to finish off plays like that.
And that Unleashed Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Pippen against Wade. To the middle, here's Abdul-Jabbar, and Kareem throws it down.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. And Miami going with a whole new group out there. And then for Brooklyn, Warnings checked in for Gasol. Gervin comes in for Worthy. And it's Richmond in for Pippen. Here's Gilmore. Outside Hill. Six to shoot. The 19-foot shot. That shot missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. .32 seconds left here in the first quarter. Curry against Stockton. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. It's stolen by Hill. On the wing, Burke. Covered by Gervin. Fires from the wing. And the basket is good.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Stockton passes to Mourning. That will count. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
You know, this is the discipline you need to play with. At this level,
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nets out in front. They lead by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
And I felt like in that first period, the difference really was their ability to execute offensively.
Yes, and make the extra pass. I love that about their game. So far tonight, extremely unselfish.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Richmond is out there with John Stockton. Then it's Kareem. Then there's Mourning. And it's Gervin in at the 3 spot. Bird kicks to Hill. Just 5 to shoot. Over Abdul-Jabbar. And that one comes up a bit short.
Boy, he loves that mid-range jumper. Just fails to create enough room to operate.
Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Heat trail by 3. Curry with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Bird kicks to Hill. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. And here are the Nets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. Brett Hill picks one up. And on opening night, every team starting from scratch, Steve. That has a lot of people optimistic at this time of the year. Teams that favored coming into the season and teams that may not be looked upon very favorable.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, a lot of these teams, they look at it, maybe didn't have the season they wanted the previous season, maybe because of injuries, or maybe they just in jail. So as an organization, a fan base, you're excited in opening day. And then there are some teams, Kevin, that you look in and you go, ooh, we don't even have a chance. But let me just pretend like it that we have a chance, and hopefully they can make a trade throughout the year.
Andre Kirilenko's checked in for Ben Simmons. Here's Gilmore. 5 on the clock. Here's Curry. It's on target from the high post.
You take away the 3, you take away the drive. Steph burns you from mid-range.
Stockton against Curry. Stockton kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. No good that time. The Heat trail by 4. Outside Curry. Pass to Gilmore. There's the pass to Bird. Gervin with the steal. Abdul-Jabbar with it. Stockton got a piece of it, and he recovers it. Gervin outside. Kirilenko against Abdul-Jabbar. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. So both teams changing it up here. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Gasol. And it's Malone with the rebound. Shoots it. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Wade.
And you know Wade is able to hit the brakes and pull up on a dime.
Richmond outside. Wants to get it to Worthy and does. Richmond's to Gervin. Lock at 6. Over Durant. Tips it. And Gasol able to finish. Gasol's got his second basket of the night.
Easy bucket for Powell. Failed to block him out. He'll hover around the offensive boards all day.
Count that one.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Worthing's to Gervin. Mourning against Malone. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Howard's checked in for the Heat. And a change for the Nets. Pippen's checked in. Durant deciding where to go with it. The baseline J. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Gervin against Thomas. And Gervin kicks to Mourning. Shoots the three.
Yeah, and that's what Howard is known for, that lockdown defense, which is truly suffocating.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Nets lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. And from what we saw,
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's been getting it done is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
They've got Thomas. Durant is out there with Howard. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Malone in at the center position. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with.
I mean, the mid-range jumper, one of Gasol's favorite and most consistent shots.
Outside Thomas. Malone passes to Durant. Abdul-Jabbar with the block.
And beyond the obvious physical skills, Kareem just has a great understanding for the game. Times his move perfectly to get that shot.
Inside, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Stockton from outside. Good on the three-point shot. And the Nets lead by 7.
I can't understand in the midst of a game you leave an elite shooter this wide open.
Pippen against Thomas. Now here's Wade. Defense is right there. Shot clock at 6. Pippen with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Buries the jumper to finish the break. And now it's a 9-point Brooklyn lead.
A solid beginning to this second half offensively. 3 for 4 from the floor.
Wade finds Durant. Malone with it. Worthy defending. Gasol with the steal. Lob pass to Gasol. And stolen by Malone. Pass to Thomas. Wade outside. He's looking for Howard and finds him. And Malone with the basket on the assist by Howard. Smitty, so much work done by the players in the offseason. In terms of development, what skills tend to be the easiest to improve upon?
I think there's one, and you got to call it a skill right now, is the easiest is getting in tip-top shape, because that's all on you. Being able to put in the time in your body and nutrition. Next, I think for guys is defensively. I think that's the skill that you obviously can work on. It's about lateral movement, and you don't need others. You can come out and work on that. Next, I think for guys is shooting. And I wouldn't say you'll be Steph Curry from one summer to another, but if you put in the work, you'll see the percentages starting to go up.
Pippen. He dishes it to Gasol. And it's Miami with the rebound. Malone's got his 4th rebound in this one. Durant kicks to Thomas. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third. Howard can't hit.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
As Gasol continues to work on his shooting range, guess what? His free throw percentage has been creeping up as well. Probably not a coincidence.
So for the Nets, Warnings checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Richmond comes in for James Worthy. And Durbin subbed in for John Stockton. Curry passes to Simmons. Here's Gilmore. To the paint. Here's Bird. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, and every generation or so, a player comes along who can be considered a true superstar. And folks, that's Larry Bird.
Bird hits them both.
It's a luxury to have a big man who can shoot free throws this way.
Brooklyn leading by 7. Richmond kicks to Mourning. Knocked loose. Pippen against Hill. Pippen, the pass to Gasol. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Though he's extended his shooting range, inside is where Pau Gasol makes his money. Now going to the line.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
Down low, Bird. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Bird's got 6.
As solid as he's been, they're still behind. He needs help.
Hill against Pippen. He kicks it to Mourning. Back to Pippen. There's the 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. They've got Pau Gasol. Richmond is out there with Pippen. Then there's Gervin. And it's Mourning in at the 4 slot. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Nets leading by 4. Richmond kicks to Mourning. Passes it to Pippen. Gervin with it. Left side Gasol. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. Richmond no good. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Heat. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
They are just killing him on the interior.
The Nets shooting 41% for the game. Richmond the pass to Gervin. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pippen dishes to Gasol. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Nets lead by 4.
May have been a foul. Anyway, Gasol absorbs the hit, was strong enough to finish through it.
Bird against Gervin. Bird with the bucket.
Well, you see the excellent skill set. And this is when you want to make an impact.
You're totally right. 4th quarter, tight game. This is when the true ballers step up.
Gasol wide open. He fires. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
I love the adjustments he's made here in the second half, getting the looks he wants now and shooting a much higher percentage.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Pau Gasol with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You know, this is the right move. Maybe a break in the action will cool him down.
Brooklyn making some changes. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Mourning. Worthy comes in for Gervin. And it's Stockton in for Richmond. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He said, guys, we need to play with pace, and that'll get us some early fast break opportunities. We're playing way too predictable right now. Guys?
Thank you, David. The Heat trail by 4. Durant finds Wade. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Pippen.
You know, you got to read the scouting report. D. Wade may be the league's best with the pump fake.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw.
There have been seasons where Wade has averaged over 10 free throws a game. He knows how to get to the line.
Thomas against Pippen. Gasol passes to Abdul-Jabbar. 2 points. That one goes. And the Nets lead by 5.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Pass to Wade. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Malone is an absolute nightmare on the offensive glass. Does a great job of establishing that position for that putback slam.
Stolen by Wade. Thomas kicks to Malone. No good that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Gasol. It's hauled in by the Heat. Malone's got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's Durant on the wing. The pass to Howard. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to Gasol. Right side, Pippen. Count it!
Finding the man who broke free. The great vision of Pau Gasol making that play happen.
52 seconds left in the fourth. Pippen against Wade. Stolen by Pippen. Goes up. And then Pippen slams it in.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
Yes, and you're watching. Even this late in the game, they're still making plays. You got to love watching it.
And he comes up with the deuce.
You know, down the stretch, D-Wade takes over. Win or lose, he wants that responsibility.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Two points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
Stockton, just a remarkable point guard. Lights out shooter and an even better distributor. Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And there's Worthy on the assist by Pippen. Worthy's got the lead up to 9 now for Brooklyn.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 9. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole it's hard to climb out of.
You know, this part of the game, focus on good execution. The rest will take care of itself.
Here's Curry. 3 from the inbound. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
Now Gervin. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you later.